Welcome to my crib. We're in Hawkins. Hi, I'm Sho.
And I'm SLee.
And you're watching bwaySHO. Yay! Stranger Sings, and we are here for a special episode of SHO and Tell.
Yeah.
Show and tell.
Hey, Ellie, take us to the upside down.
Wow. Y'all, I am so excited. This is probably the coolest show and tell I've ever done and will ever do. Why don't you tell us like what we're looking at?
Yeah, okay, so this spooky lighting that we have shifted to here is our upside down, so welcome. And I just wanted to like draw some attention to some like fun little things that are in this upside down light that you don't get to see during the show. Unless you're looking real hard. We have a Chrissy poster. This is a famous woman from the 80s named Chrissy, and in the upside down it says Chrissy wake up, which is super fun.
Yes.
And also, if you're looking out for it during the show, you can find all of our crew's names written on the walls, as well as our creatives, our writer, director, and choreographers.
I think
our
that's
stage
so
manager, Kathleen, when she saw her name on the wall, she cried. Isn't that so sweet? I know. I was like, oh, we do this for you.
There's a little Beetlejuice moment.
I literally was thinking it, and I should have said it.
Well,
Yes, it's giving Beetlejuice, and it's
giving
great.
Beetlejuice, and we love to see it. So look around here, you can see some of those names that SLee was talking about, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love.
These are our creatives. So Jonathan, our writer, Michael, our music supervisor and orchestrator, Ashley is our choreographer and co-director, and then Nick is our director and producer. So
That's so
one of
cool.
our producers. So yeah, that's fun for that.
What's the Connect game from our childhood? But
Connect 4?
that is one of them, and I totally led you in the
that's
wrong direction.
Operation.
Operation.
Yeah, we have little like board games all over, and also little films. So like,
Yes.
there's something for everybody hidden in this set, which is so exciting. You could spend 2 hours finding stuff in this. Yeah.
So true. So we're gonna transport you back over to Hawkins.
Yeah.
Whoa. This is
Whoa, what a crazy ride.
Wow, I feel like I've gone right on back to the 80s. I would say that that's why I wore this jacket, but this simply is how I dress. This
Caught
is
red-handed.
I will point out though, my show and tell are my Barb glasses.
Speaking of,
Ooh.
I brought
Yes!
my Barb glasses. Yes. See?
Barb, 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 Barb.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, wait. Let's get a little like tight shot of our. Oh, it's giving Barb.
Oh, these old things?
These things that are actually prescription glasses.
These aren't, so I can't see.
I love it. So okay, I saw Stranger Things with my friend Ryan, and we actually sat right over here on the beanbag chairs. Yes, you can actually get a ticket to sit here, which I just think is the coolest thing. When do you get to see a show off Broadway, or really like anywhere? Oops, spoofs ahoy, right?
Spoofs ahoy, eating my glasses.
What's it like to be performing in the round and like with such a fun set?
Yeah, it's really wonderful. So last year we did this show at the Players Theater in a proscenium style. So we shifted this to in the round this year, and it totally changed the experience for not only audience, but for us as actors on stage, because we get to interact with the audience. And this show totally calls for that. And so the beanbags are especially interactive. Steve, I think at one point comes and gives a little love to the beanbag.
Yes.
Barb gives a little love to the beanbag. It's just a great interactive moment. So if you want to be interacted with, sit in the beanbags. If you want to hide in the back corner, sit somewhere else.
That's so true. Actually, my friend Ryan was wearing a Spoofs Ahoy costume.
Yes.
So he was Spoofs Ahoy, and I was obviously Barb.
Obviously.
Which, there was a moment where I said to someone, "Do you know who I am?" And they're like, bwaySHO? And I was like, no, I'm Barb.
But also, yes.
like, yes, and?
But also subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. I was just so proud that I did the this is even similar and like the glasses and I wanted to be seen for my cosplay.
Yes. Well, listen, I see you.
Thank you, and I hear you.
And I hear you, and I understand.
Oh gosh, this is A+. Oh my God, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Oh my God.
Stranger Queens.
We sure are.
We sure are.
We sure are.
Two Barbaras.
Two Barbs living in a Barb world.
In a Barb world. I have a shirt that says, in a world full of Nancys, be a Barb.
This is how I feel.
Yes.
I feel like you understand me.
I understand.
And this is the Barb that we all are looking for in our lives.
I totally agree. It's the Barb I'm looking for, at least.
It sure is.
I know.
I didn't see you there.
Oh, God. Put out my cigarette.
So we are here just continuing our chitter chatter with Stranger Things and the star that is Barb, AKA SLee. So why don't you tell us like your origin story? How'd you get involved with this show and also just like your life in general?
Yeah, well, when a man loves a woman, they come together.
And that, kids, is how it gets done.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
So I'm originally from North Carolina, and I went to North Carolina School of the Arts for drama, moved here right after school, and just kind of like worked my way up through like community theater and doing non-union work. And yeah, I really found community in that, and the EPAs were so hard, and not for the reasons I expected. And so I told myself, like, I'd rather be working with like-minded humans rather than, you know, grinding at 4 a.m. That just wasn't working for me and my mental health. And so I was doing non-union stuff, and I found so much joy in it. Produced and directed my own stuff, you know, just putting on a lot of different hats. And so I came across a show at the People's Improv Theater where I was working at the time, actually, called Pits. And it's
the Pits.
Yes, it's a Holes parody. So the movie Holes.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, and Jonathan saw it because a friend of his was also in it, and he's who Jonathan Hogue wrote Stranger Things, and he brought me into this project for the very first concert that back in 2018.
Wow.
And I've been with it ever since, and it was just like the greatest gift ever. So yeah, I'm so thankful for that non-union journey, though. I mean, I bring it up especially because I think it's so important to remember that this process for me especially reminds me of this, that like it doesn't. People always tell you, like, you never know who's like in the audience, you never know, right?
Yes.
It's like, no, you don't know who's in the room with you.
Yes.
You really don't. And if it weren't for the friendships I made, the friends we made along the way, it's true though.
It really
it's
is.
So true. If it weren't for the friends that I made along the way, I would not be here.
Wow.
So I just like really love speaking to that.
Yes, I love that. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I wanna continue our journey as we're doing like a little walk and talk, maybe
MTV crib style.
Yeah, welcome to my crib.
Yeah.
We're in Hawkins, where I live with my friends and I avoid pools.
She sounds cool.
I'm actually a lifeguard. It's so ironic. So, E, I'm gonna have you step right over here if you don't mind. I'm digging this, but if you will, we are taking a Barb's turn.
Ooh, she's got jokes. I love it.
So why don't you tell us about this beautiful number that you lead?
Yeah, so I have a great number called Barb's Turn. It's like the 11 o'clock number slot, and it is a parody of Rose's Turn, which is just, again, such a great gift to be able to sing anything like close to Rose's turn at my age. So that's fantastic. Yeah, it's about Barb's redemption. It's getting that justice that Barb not only needs, but deserves.
Justice for Barb.
Justice for Barb. And it's the audience's time to get, well, I shouldn't say just the audience's, but Barb's time to finally get a tail end to her story. And we can see her take another step into the world that she deserves to have. And it's also just like such an amazing number for like plus size people like me and plus size women to be able to stand up and like be sexy and like be strong and not have to change anything about themselves. It's just an amazing number. It's so funny. It's such a gift. Jonathan gave me a really good Christmas gift with that.
I really love that you spoke on all that, because when I saw it from that little beanbag over there, I felt so seen and I was just so thrilled. Like, I think my favorite part about this show is that you don't expect it to be as good as it is.
I know, it's actually very good, right?
It's like well written. It's like the actors, you're all like A+. Like it's all phenomenal. And then it's like funny and you get these high numbers. And like, I just think it's so cool that in a show full of spoofs, ahoy.
Yeah.
That you also get like that heart and like, so you get to laugh along, you get to see yourself on stage. And also like, I mean, I've seen Stranger Things, of course. So, do you ever get like is it Stranger Things or Stranger Things?
All the time. It is so confusing to like just change that one syllable. But yes, all the time.
Yeah, like I would say this show, if you are a Stranger Things fan, you'll love all the intricacies, but you'll have a good time regardless.
Yeah, so two things to that point. One, we get a lot of people who have never seen the TV show and end up loving the show and go, I'm gonna go watch it at home now. Someone did say to me once, well, I don't need to watch the TV show now because now I know what happens to Barb. It's like, no. different things.
Actually, Barb does come out, spoiler alert, comes out of the upside down, out of the pool and starts singing. I don't think people realize that, but that actually does happen.
Yeah, exactly.
In the TV show.
Totally, in the TV show. For a second, I was like, does she really?
This is how it works, friends.
I was like, I must have fallen asleep during that episode by accident.
When I was doing my homework.
Yeah, exactly right. But on the second part of that thought, something that Jonathan and Nick's direction and Ashley's choreography and Michael's orchestrations that do such justice to this show. So that's the buzzword.
Justice for Barb, justice for this show.
Hashtags. Is that instead of, I think when people hear the word parody, they assume punching down in comedy. In comedy terms, punching down. You always want to punch up in comedy. That's why there are such beautiful comedy gifts that you enjoy so well, is because they're not punching down, they're punching up.
Yeah.
I believe, in my own personal opinion, that they have done such a great job of punching up.
Yeah.
It never feels like we're making fun of or putting down. We're always elevating and lifting. So everyone who does enjoy the show can be in on the joke, or people who enjoy Rose's turn can be in on the joke and not, oh yeah, I don't like that thing either, so let's make fun of it, you know? So I think they did such a beautiful job of that, which makes it a much more, oh, I can sit here and enjoy this kind of an experience.
I love that. So we'll wrap up in a moment, but I just want to like show a few more things here. So continuing our show and tell, if you will.
Yes.
We see some roller skates, which has some significance in this current season.
Yes.
Wild. Do you have specific things that you see on the walls, like any props that you're like, ooh, I definitely also want to show in addition to what we talked about earlier?
Specifically on the walls?
Walls or props or like literally like, you know, player's choice.
Yeah, I think something that I personally love that's not a prop of mine, which is over on this banister. These are the boys' bikes. Yes. I just think this is the coolest prop, and I think this really explains how we do this show. It's so DIY. Yes, see? Yes, we have more than one. Because like obviously we can't have a full bicycle on this stage. This is not the sound of music. And so this is just such a great way to put the audience in the world while also reminding us that we are in a parody DIY project. And I just love it. I love how we use that. And it works. Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Thank you. This was
Oh my
such
God.
a good idea.
Yeah,
I know.
right?
Now I'm obsessed. And like the.
I do feel bad for the boys that they have to literally do cardio while they're scrolting to the ceiling, but you know.
There's this dance number. I don't know if am I allowed to talk about the dance number from a specific character that's they have a big dance moment.
I believe you might need to see the show to get in on that.
Go see the show.
Yes.
And for so many reasons, but there's this one dance number that
It is iconic.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
It's iconic. We love to see it. I will also, we'll do like a little walk through the entrance, because even when you start walking through, you'll see that. So we'll do that as like a post-credit scene for you. But any final words you want to say to the fans?
Yeah, I think thank you so much for getting us to where we are right now. Like as much work as we put in on this side, we couldn't be here without you guys. So thank you so much. And I always love getting to meet you. That's like such a gift. So please never feel weird saying hi.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it was so lovely chatting with you today.
It was so lovely chatting with you and seeing you again.
Yay, we love it. See you at the show. Bye. Let's explore Hawkins. Shall we?
Shall we?
Da 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 da. Mother?
They found this at a I think it was garage sale. And there's no explanation. And
As
it's
it should
hilarious. It's hilarious.
God.
It's terrifying.
And-
it kind of looks like me when I had long hair. Maybe that's the thing.
Oh. Ooh.
I do want to direct you to the Barbie dolls that are tied into the vines.
The Barbie dolls?
The Barbie dolls, exactly. You caught me.
Wow.
The upside down alphabet.
Yeah, I love that because this is how you enter. When you walk in, you are inundated with all of this.
Yeah.
Like, check out these letters, baby. We got the letters.
The letters.
I got those letters. It's just from start to finish, you are just having like this full Stranger Things experience. An experience. We might be past Halloween, but it's never too late to dress up.
Perfect. That's my motto.
And we'll continue going through the forest here. Through the forest.
Oh, I can show you my diving board.
Ooh, please. The diving board.
It's tucked away in storage at the moment.
Ah.
Yes. Oh, yes, you knew exactly how to use the prop.
We love a diving board. Yes. Thank you for showing us your diving board.
God, it's my favorite. You're welcome.
Yay.
You're welcome.
See you at the show.
Bye!